Hi everybody. Um, Been watching some videos of what people have found on YouTube and for metal detecting, so I just thought I'd make my own. It's not nearly as good as some of the ones I've seen, but just thought I'd share. When I first started metal detecting, I found these two items in a park by my house. A half a horseshoe with some of the nails still in it. I cleaned it up as best as I could. And this hammer, both of them, you can tell they're pretty old and probably made by a blacksmith. Again, I cleaned it up as best as I could. I actually thought this was like an axe when I first found it, but yeah, come to find out it's a hammer. This is a clad that I found, just a few bucks. Like $3 or $4, and most of it's actually from my own yard, just what I've been hitting because my house is pretty old. So just as of lately, I've just been trying to hit my own yard. Found all these pennies, which look like, I don't know if they've just been deteriorated or hit by the lawnmower 10 too many times. I mean, you can see some of them are just crushed. So some of the cooler things I've found a few wheat pennies in my yard. I think all of those but one are from my yard. The oldest one, which I have, is from my yard. It's 1939, which is this middle one here. The other ones are from actually the early 40s, most of them, between 40 and 42. A couple of the other things I found, stuff like this thimble in my yard. This token, which is it says 5 cents and it has an Indian head in it, so I guess it's a Indian nickel. It's Girl Scout pin, which is pretty interesting because the house where I live, my girlfriend and I live, has been in her family since it was built in the mid-50s. So everything that we find in this property, we assume is someone in her family's. So we're assuming this was her mother's from when she was a Girl Scout. So pretty neat. I don't know who was into archery, but I've actually found a couple of these, the tips of an arrow. So I'm guessing that's what it is. So a couple of random like tags like this, some costume jewelry. I wish that wasn't costume jewelry, but it is. Same thing with this. This ring I found in my yard, just costume. This is pretty interesting. I found this at a park, not too far from my house. I don't know if it will. Yeah, there we go. It was hit by what looks like a lawnmower here. I took that edge out. But 1980 class ring. I found in the woods of a park at Belleville High School. So pretty neat. Then my three favorite things that I've found in my yard. This is a buffalo nickel I found in the side yard with no date on it, but still it's like opened my eyes to what the possibilities that I could find in the yard are. So I found this on a Friday. I had just gotten a new coil, a larger coil that I was using, and I found this within like a couple hours of me, trying this new coil out. So that was on a Friday. I went away for the weekend, came back on Sunday, and just wanted to get out Sunday night, and found this, which is a 1912 V nickel in the yard. Pretty jacked up, but pretty awesome to find this in the yard. I found this about 3 inches down. That buffalo nickel was about the same. So my girlfriend and I did a little bit of research. Like I said, this has been in her family since it was built, the house. And it turns out that her grandmother, who's the original owner of the house, used to have a table in the side yard where her and her friends would trade coins. So, needless to say, I've been hitting that with actually very little luck after finding that out. But anyway, I dug this up, which I thought was just a nameplate. So I dug it up and I called my girlfriend over and I was like, oh, what is this? And she said, that's my grandmother's name. So, and that's her address from before she bought this house in Lancaster. So I thought it was pretty interesting, so I cleaned it up. And on the back, I wish it would focus so you could hopefully see. At the bottom it says credit plate. So it turns out this was like the predecessor to a credit card in the 40s. And that was her grandmother. So I thought that was really neat that we found this and called her mother and told her, and everyone was pretty excited. And then everyone in the family invited me to metal detect their yard, which was awesome. And I also found this. It's a top of a comb, I guess. But so those are the things that I found metal detecting. No silver. So that kind of stinks. The good thing is that during the day I work at a bank, and these are all the interesting things that I find at the bank, which I thought I'd just include in this video. Oops, sorry. First thing is non-coins. I've gotten a couple silver certificates. A customer that knows I like coins and collecting stuff dropped this off to me. He gave it to me. It's a 1928A silver certificate. I don't know if it would focus in on the data that you can see. It's a 1928A. And someone deposited this one, so I kept them. Well, withdrew it. These are, I found six silver quarters, 4 of which are from 1964, and one's a 1963, and one's a 1957. Again, I don't know why it won't focus. Here we go. I've gotten 3 Buffalo nickels, 2 of which are from 1920, and one's from 1919. And it's actually nice to see, you know, compared to the one I dug up, how much cleaner they are, you know. There's no, obviously, browning from the ground. And I've gotten 6 silver war nickels. All of them are Philadelphia mint marks. 3 from 2 from 1945, 2 from 1944, and 2 from 1943. So I get pretty excited actually about finding those. And I have found quite a few silver dimes, 26 rosies, and I've gotten actually 1 Merc here. The Merc is a 1941 with no mint mark on it, but still pretty awesome to find that. And like I said, here's the 26 rosies. So my job's kind of awesome that I can find this kind of stuff. And then when I can't, you know, when I look through rolls and I don't find any silver, I look through the pennies to try to get Wheaties, and I have about 400. These 4 rolls are from the 50s, so they're, you know, not that rare. These are from the 40s, these 3 rolls here. So that alone is 350. And then here are the rest of them. You know, these aren't enough to make a roll, but the oldest one I've gotten is 1915, which is, I guess, a semi-key date. So, you know, always looking out for a 1909, 1909S, you know, 1909S VDB would be awesome. But yeah, just thought I'd update you and show you guys what I've found so far. Hopefully when I make my next video, I'll have some silver from metal detecting. Alright, have a great day. Thanks for watching.